What is up, everybody? We are back, and today, the first roster update investment video of the 2024 MLB The Show season. If you don't know who I am, well, first of all, subscribe and join the Discord linked down below. Potentially become a member for early access. All the members are already invested into these guys. Oh boy, we have tons of stubs to make. Now, I made a bunch of roster update investment videos last MLB The Show 23. Made millions and millions of stubs throughout the year. People can vouch for me, okay? I know what I'm doing. And if my investment strategy style isn't for you, that's fine, man. Go make your own stubs. But, you know, I'll say I'm right more often than I'm wrong, okay? So I know what I'm doing, and I've already made some stubs for some people on roster update investments so far. You might be thinking to yourself, isn't the roster update in 4.5, 5 weeks, mid-April? You're right. But there's already ways to invest in some of these live series cards to make the stubs early based on something called hype. HYPE. If these players perform well, their price will go up regardless of how far out the roster update is, okay? So like I said, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. We're going to go through some of my favorite players for the roster update. Guys I'm already invested in just to make some stubs early on. Stay tuned to the end of the video where I'll give 2 of my best tips for roster update investing this week, okay? So let's go player by player. You know how we do it. I pick some players throughout the list and we talk about them. First guy we're going to talk about is Mr. Pablo Lopez. Now, the prices on some of these guys are a little bit inflated right now. Wait for them to come down a little bit closer to quick sell, so there's a little bit less risk. If we look at his attribute chart, right, there's room for improvement in almost every single attribute. The reason I like Pablo Lopez, he's pitching on opening day versus the Royals. The trash can Royals, that's right. Yeah, you're telling me he's not going to have a good performance against the Royals? That would be pretty hard to believe. Now, in spring training, he has 14 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts. That's pretty solid. But he has an ERA of 7, all right? So he's kind of, I don't want to say he's pitching good in spring training because he's not. His last start, I think, wasn't as bad. Oh, no, it was. He gave up 4 earned runs. He's getting worse as the starts progress, but he pitches against the Royals on opening day. So it's a solid investment opportunity to make stubs fast right there because if he pitches well, then the stubs will go up faster. Next up is the GOAT, David Bednar. Now, I think last year or the year before, I told you guys to invest when he was a 78 overall. He went diamond. Now he starts out as an 84 overall. The chance to go diamond is still there. Now, I do think he's dealing with a lat injury. He hasn't pitched in spring training yet, but I think he'll be good for the regular season. If he goes closer to quick sell, might be time to pull the trigger on a guy like David Bednar. Next up, Zach Gallen. Now, you might think I have 66,000 stubs, but I got stubs hidden everywhere. 37 Zach Gallens. So I'm actually personally invested in Zach Gallen. Let me tell you why. He's having a little bit better of a spring training, I think. Let's check real quick. Yeah, so his first off, his spring training hasn't been great. His ERA is 4 still. But last outing, he went 4 1/3 inning pitched, 4 strikeouts, no hits. So he's playing a little bit better. And the attributes, there's room for improvement in the Ks per 9, the hits per 9, maybe even the home runs per 9. But he's starting opening day. People that start opening day are prone to supercharge. You know, if he has one good performance, then his price will go up very soon. Another Diamondback up next on the list, Christian Walker, right? 84 overall, probably the closest 84 overall to quick sell. Now let him come down even further. You can see there's not much resistance in the sell now orders. In spring training, he's hitting 286. Decent, you know, in spring training, you're facing the bums, so you kind of want that a little bit higher. And his OPS is 726. So by no means is he performing like a diamond in spring training. I'm just saying that the risk-free potential is there. Maybe he starts popping off. And, you know, if he starts hitting righties well, then his contact and power versus right can go up. Not my favorite investment, but definitely a guy to look at. Speaking of favorite investment, oh, baby. 106 Tyler Glasnow. I told the members in the Discord, now become a member, all the members are already all in on this guy, right? We got him earlier than this. He's 2.2K now. I bought my Tyler Glasnows at around $1,650 each. You can see I already made stubs if I wanted to. A lot of people in the Discord also bought him around $1,600, $1,700, okay? Now, why do we like Tyler Glasnow? Well, in spring training, he has a 0.9 ERA, 10 innings pitched, and 14 strikeouts. If that isn't enough to impress you, he pitches the day after this video came out. So he's starting at 6 a.m. sharp in Korea against the San Diego Padres. Padres haven't been hitting the ball well last couple games in the Korea series. The Seoul series is here, and since he pitches literally in one day, his price can go up very soon. And with the way he's pitching in spring training, I like him a lot to go up in price. So Tyler Glasnow is for sure. He's my favorite investment. You can see I've got 150,000 stubs or more invested in him right now. I think he has a good chance to perform well against San Diego. Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola is a solid pitcher too. His home runs per nine is 52, and his Ks per nine is 67. Now, he didn't have the best year last year. He was dealing with some struggles with the pitch clock, but he can easily turn it around. You know, he has a whole season of the pitch clock under his belt. He's not the number one in the rotation anymore. Wheeler is, so he can, you know, some pressure is lifted, but he still is the guy that in the Philly market has to perform, and I think he can. He's not going to be the opener, but if his price goes to $1,500, there definitely is diamond potential. Aaron Nola is a very well-known guy. Not having the best spring training, pretty much mediocre right now. So hold off till they go down in price. Keep going down this list. I'm not seeing anybody. I mean, there's a lot of guys that when they go lower, like Arenado, Swanson, Helsley, there's guys that are good investments. Now, don't get tricked by some of these quick sell guys. Why is Scherzer at quick sell? He's injured. A lot of guys that are at quick sell are injured. Gausman, he's a solid investment, but he's hurt for who knows how long, probably the first month, right? So we got to be smart and careful about how we invest. Now we're going to look at, did I already skip? I think I might have skipped a couple guys. Let's see. We got to look this one by name. I forget what overall he's at. Nathan Eovaldi, all right? So we got Nathan Eovaldi. He's already sitting at quick sell. I mean, his spring training, it's been decent. 10 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 3.7 ERA. But when he's at quick sell, why not take the risk? He'll be higher up in the rotation with no Max Scherzer due to injury. So I think that's a pretty solid way to think about it. Let's keep going. We're going to look up another guy by name, Bryson Stott. All right, Bryson Stott, pretty similar right here. Not my favorite investment opportunity. Hitting 231 in spring training, not good at all. 641 OPS, leaves a lot to be desired, but he can get hot quick. And look at his attributes. There's room for contact to go up as well as power. They gave him 90 fielding this year, so he already is at an 81 because of his fielding and his speed. But once the hitting comes in there for quick sell price, if he performs well, you can sell him off at the roster update time for hype. And if he performs bad, you can quick sell him for no stubs lost. So that's not a bad investment right there. Let's go back to all the live series cards. These last few guys are in a sequence. Like I said, there's a couple important notes to give at the end though. So we got to find the guy, George Springer, because George Springer is on a bit of a tear. Now, I know I'm ignoring some guys, but the members know all of my things already. For the people I'm skipping, I also am coming out with a series called Buy, Hold, Sell, where if you are in the Discord, you can comment a guy's name. And in my video called Buy, Hold, Sell, which I'll probably do every week, I'll talk about some of those guys, whether you should buy, hold, or sell them. George Springer, look at the pie chart, man. Room for improvement anywhere. He's hitting 357 in spring training with a 1.2 OPS. This is a guy that's raking in spring training, so I'm excited. I have 94 of him. I think George Springer is a guy that could go up to an 83 in an actual roster update. I'm not sure how much hype there will be around him, actually inflating his price before then. So it's a little bit longer term of a play, but I have 100 of him, and he's raking in spring training. This is a guy that you probably want to be invested in for the long haul. There's a bunch of other guys already inflated, guys that can go up in price and everything, but here's next. Now, I didn't even want to reveal this one because, the market hasn't been the best time or place to be investing in right now, but I was able to get 103 of Joe Musgrove. Now, you might be asking, wow, that's a lot. No. I had like 300 plus buy orders in. I really wanted Joe Musgrove, but the price kept going up. You can see he's at 447 right now. I bought all mine around 408 stubs. So, yes, that was a good investment, it seems like, so far, but it doesn't really matter because he's pitching on Thursday at 6 a.m. in the Seoul series against the Dodgers. Now, his ERA in spring training is 13.5. He's pitching like a trash can. His attributes are pretty low as well. Now, you might be asking, why did I invest in him? Well, honestly, he's pitching terrible in spring training. He's facing the most stacked lineup in the league of the Los Angeles Dodgers. I think he's going to get shelled. But since my investment was risk-free, if he deals against the Dodgers, which who knows, man, I think he's going to get shelled, then, he'll go up in price. So it's a pretty smart investment to make some stubs quick because he's pitching very soon. Now, the last guy we have on slate for the video, a guy that we've already made stubs on, if you remember, Gunnar Henderson. I had 30 of him. I told all the members, buy Gunnar Henderson when he was at 950, 1,000 stubs. And then I said sell him off for 1,500, so you can see people are selling him off right now. It was a good way to make 30% profit on your stubs very quick. He's hitting 440 in spring training with a 1.1 OPS. This is a guy that won Rookie of the Year. He's only going to get better this year, but the hype is already there. So you can see his price is already inflated just because of the influx of new players to the game today. So people, a player like this that is kind of well known, the price will tend to fluctuate a little bit more than other players. So it's a pretty good place to put your stubs at a lower price, like we already did in the Discord. So let's see where that puts us for the video, all right? So now we got to talk about my favorite things about the roster update and really how you want to start playing, right? So since you guys stayed tuned to the end of the video, the thing you want to do is target starting pitchers. Starting pitchers, starting pitchers, starting pitchers. Don't buy any hitters. The starting pitchers, especially the opening day starters, they'll be pitching one day every week. One day every 5 days realistically, but one day every week. And if they do good on that one day, then they're going to go up in price. So you can see some return on your investments as soon as opening day, which is March 28th. So you're basically only waiting a week and a half to make stubs rather than waiting 5 weeks. So that's my number one piece of advice for you guys. Another piece of advice is join the Discord, become a member, and smash the like button. And subscribe, of course, because we're going to make millions and millions of stubs in MLB The Show 24. I've probably got more advice. There was one more thing I wanted to say, but I forget. So become a member, and you'll see that in the members only channel. Peace out. Thanks for watching.